Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you our NFL Week 9 preview between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. Let's look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Panthers.
When I look at the Panthers offense, I see third down percentage at 36%. To me, that's the byproduct of what doesn't happen on first down, which is why it's important to get guys like Mike Tolbert, Brandon LaFell involved early in the down and distance. So that way, when you get to third and short, third and manageable, Cam Newton can take advantage of that situation with his athleticism and keep the play alive to convert those third downs. That's what's the difference in this team this year as opposed to last. You got to do a better job on first down. But let's go inside the lab and look at this Panthers defense and see how they can play versus the Washington Redskins.
The Carolina Panthers defense has gotten better week in, week out, and this week versus RG3, they have to find a way to get pressure without losing contain. I think they could do that by utilizing a strong side blitz with cover 6 behind it. And when we talk about cover 6, we're talking about 3 deep guys and 3 underneath guys in coverage. Effectively, 6 guys going in coverage. You see how we have cover 3 drawn up? Boom, boom, boom. Basic cover 3 coverage. Cover 6, you have the strong safety buzzing to the curl flat coverage. Outside linebacker going to the flat right here, and this is where we're going to get the other guy to drop in coverage from. You see, we're trying to influence the offensive line this way by confusing their blocking assignment. That's why we have this defensive end crossing face and attacking the A-gap. This play side tackle attacking the A-gap. Both guys, you're getting pressure on the A-gap. That's both sides of the center. This defensive tackle is going to replace the defensive end. Why? Because we're going to zone dog him, zone blitz him, drop him back in the middle as that hook to curl defender. And what we're going to do with these 2 guys, we're going to have these guys get pressure strong side. We're going to have the outside linebacker take a wrong shoulder push, which means he's going to purposely go on the wrong shoulder of this guy providing pressure. We're trying to get pressure on the 6 and 8 hole while maintaining contain. And this is the 6 hole right here. And we're going to bring this linebacker here around the 8 hole. His job is to get pressure to push that pocket while this guy's collapsing the line of scrimmage while getting pressure. So you can see how strong side pressure can be applied and continue to keep contained versus RG3 in that pistol attack of the Washington Redskins.
Move over to the Redskins in this ball game. First and foremost, these receivers have to step up and make plays and be consistent and catch the football. Now, attacking the Carolina Panthers, look for a lot of crossers. Look for a lot of shallow cross, your in routes, your dig routes, and the double moves off of play action to effectively take advantage of the safety position back there for Carolina. I think that's how the Redskins can attack that Panthers secondary, because we know the run game is there. And I also want to find a way they can get Niles Paul in the ball game and in the mix to have some effectiveness. But let's go inside the lab and look at this Redskins defense versus the Panthers offense.
The Washington Redskins can't get creative in their stunt packages versus Cam Newton in that Panthers passing attack. And I think if they attack the A-gap, they can have some success with cover 1 behind it. And what happens is we're going to show a pre-snap cover 2 look, and it's going to shift to cover 1 as the play develops. You see where the blitz is coming from? Middle backer is going to cross face with the center going in this A-gap here. Nose tackle going to the opposite side. Both guys attacking the A-gap. 5 technique shooting his gap. 5 technique on the opposite side going this way outside. Weak side backers coming in trying to get that burst through that hole right here. You see we're going to have this linebacker drop back in his zone. This backer shows the pressure look, but he's dropping back as well in his hook to curl responsibilities. Free safety dropping back to the cover 1 look, and we're going to drop this safety right in the hole. And essentially, if that happens, this could be the guy to come away with the turnover because of the disguise that we just gave Cam Newton pre-snap. So I think the Washington Redskins can protect themselves with the coverage and also can get pressure on Cam Newton. And they're going to have to do both this week versus the Carolina Panthers.
The red zone offense is the X factor in this ball game for Carolina. That's what's missing from this offense as opposed to last. They got to convert those 3s into 7. They did a great job of that last season. The Redskins' strong safeties will be a key factor in the running game versus Cam Newton in that read option attack that they bring to the table. Got to fill those lanes and stop the run. Let's look at the personnel breakdown in this ball game. I would honestly give the Redskins the advantage in the secondary going against these Panthers wide receivers, but I would also give the Panthers the advantage on the offensive line going against this defensive front of Washington. Should be a very close game this week in the nation's capital. I like the Redskins in this game. I think their offense is a lot more proven to put up points in the red zone, come away with 7 and not 3. And I think that's what you need in this league. You got to score touchdowns, especially when you have a team that is similar as the Carolina Panthers. Should be a great game with 2 young quarterbacks. And I also want to send a huge shout out to Redskin fan forums and Panther fan forums for always showing football game plan support.